What's up, Lorain County High School basketball fans? Welcome back to another episode of In the Paint. We're here live here at the Chronicle Telegram. I'm your host, Rocco Nushi, the one and only Kristen Bauer behind the camera as always. And boy, we are getting down to it. State Final Four right around the corner. Girls, they're in the regional finals phase. Boys, they're moving through the district finals as we talk. And we still have a couple of teams left alive. So we'll dive into things right here, right now. We'll start with the girls where, how about those Keystone Lady Wildcats? They're still perfect. They're still dancing, and they are just a lot of fun to follow right now. Coach Rocky Houston has those girls playing their tails off, and again, they are just a lot of fun to watch. They're coming off a 52-50 win over Warrensville Heights. So a very, very impressive win for Keystone in a game that I think a lot of people sort of counted them out, at least on paper, heading into that one. But they went to Stowe Monroe Falls High School down there in Summit County. They took out Warrensville Heights, and they have punched their ticket to the regional final. Looking at that Warrensville Heights game, as Jared Kozar and I were there for the call on WEOL for that one, Keystone, they had built a first half lead. They let it slip away in the third. They were down 5 heading into the fourth, and I think a lot of teams may have just packed it in at that point, but not Keystone. They fired right back. They had a monstrous fourth quarter, and leading them that whole way was Jess Forthover. Huge game for Jess. 20 points. She had the go-ahead bucket at the end of the game, the game-sealing steal, so to speak, or at least the deflection, as Madison Sokolowski ended up with the ball to run the rest of the timeout. But just a huge performance from Jess, and really all 6 of those Keystone girls in the rotation, the very short rotation that Rocky Houston uses. Just very, very impressive, and again, just a ton of fun to watch. So very efficient offense for Keystone, by the way, in that win over Warrensville Heights. They shot 61% from the field, so that'll certainly play here at the tournament level. So up next, they're back at Stowe High School this Saturday, where they will take on Chippewa at 2 o'clock. Jared and I will have the call for you once again on WEOL, and this is a rematch from the district semifinals last year, where the Chips knocked out Keystone from the postseason. So Keystone looking for some revenge this time around, and if they're able to do it, well, they're headed to states. So that's, again, our only girls team left alive here in Lorain County, those Keystone Lady Wildcats. On the boys' side, as we talk right now, 2 teams left dancing. First, those Elyria Pioneers, they knocked off Austintown Fitch on Thursday night. 60-53 was the final score, as Elyria are now headed to the district finals. Pioneers outscoring the Falcons 25-15 in that fourth quarter. So both the Keystone girls and the Elyria boys using big fourth quarters to propel themselves to victory. Jaden Crutcher, no surprise here. That young man led the way with 19. Taylor Blanton had 16. What's special about that, though, 13 of those 16 came in that fourth quarter. So big clutch late performance from Blanton. Awesome stuff there by Taylor. So the award for Elyria, a tough one. They take on St. Ignatius, 3 o'clock this Saturday over at Twinsburg. They were just at Twinsburg, of course, for the district semi, so at least you're in a familiar venue, but boy, that's a different beast when you welcome in St. Ignatius. So that should be a good contest this Saturday, 3 o'clock on WEOL. And our other boys team left dancing right now, those Wellington Dukes. But boy, do they have a tough task, as it'll be a Friday night showdown at Gilmore Academy. They're taking on defending Division III state champion Lutheran East. They're the second-ranked team in the state. So, yeah, tall order for Coach Anthony Schmook and those Dukes. But the way they play, they can slow you down. They can kind of dictate the tempo. That's been the recipe for success so far for Wellington, and they'll need to do that times 100 as they take on Lutheran East. But that's why they play the game, right? You can look at the matchup on paper all you want, but at the end of the day, they got to go play that basketball game in Wellington, hoping to pull off the upset. Dukes are coming off a 50-46 win over Chagrin Falls. And how about the White House boys, Sean and Landon? They combined for 41 of Wellington's 50 points in that win over Chagrin. So again, that sets up a huge Friday night matchup for Wellington as they head to Gilmore Academy to take on Lutheran East, as Jared Kozar and I will have the call for you on AM 930 and 100.3 FM at WEOL. So 3 games on Saturday, 1 Friday night game, 3 on Saturday. We talked about 2 of them. The third one on WEOL, it's the Medina girls. They're taking on Magnificat for a regional championship. That is Saturday night at 7 at Medina. So some home cooking for the Bees there. So again, we get the day started on Saturday, 2 o'clock, Keystone and Chippewa from Stowe. At 3 o'clock, it's Elyria and St. Ignatius from Twinsburg. And then at 7 o'clock on the girls' side, Medina Magnificat from Medina for a regional championship. So Full slate of action this weekend on WEOL. We get it started Friday night and then stay locked in all throughout Saturday, as we'll have plenty of tournament hoops for you. So that'll do it for this week. For Kristen Bauer behind the camera, I am Rocco Nucci saying thank you for watching another episode of In the Paint. Enjoy the games this weekend.